Hello, my name is Andrew Kinney. I'm an attorney with Hoglund Law Offices based out of New Brighton, Minnesota. I've been doing Social Security disability work for over 30 years. How do I prepare for a Social Security hearing? Um, I believe I may have done roughly 10,000 or more hearings at this juncture. Um, it's a natural question. It's a good question. First, if you're seeing this video early on or even haven't applied for Social Security Disability or SSI, that can be helpful. I recommend that people treat for their medical issues. It sounds common sense, but sometimes people get tired, let's say with migraines, and no one can help with the migraine frequency, so they stop treating with a specialist. If you stop treating, Social Security might assume that you're better. If you stop treating for a low back problem, they might assume you're better or don't have one. Or if there's a chronic problem from years ago, let's say a knee from high school, and it's getting worse now, it's important that doctors understand what's wrong and you ask about that. Perhaps get imaging, such as an X-ray or an MRI is needed. It is important to have ongoing regular treatment for medical issues. The first reason is you may get better. And of course, that's the goal. If you can get better while a Social Security claim is pending, and let's say that you haven't even been out of work a year, maybe you don't keep your Social Security claim going because that's the standard. You have to be unable to work for a year or more based on your medical conditions. So with that, preparing for the hearing means to keep treating. Now, let's say that your hearing is scheduled. At that point, a way to prepare for a hearing, the way I look at it, is consider how your life is different since you've been unable to work. Workarounds, so to speak, at home. You're able to do the same chores you used to do. You're able to pursue the same hobbies you used to pursue. Um, uh, think of things that may have gradually occurred where you stop doing some things. And for instance, with mental health, if you used to read and don't like reading or can't read, things like that. It's good to think about the before and after. That can be helpful. And examples are helpful in your day-to-day life. That's what hearings are about, is talking about your day-to-day life. Medical records talk about how you're doing and the medical conditions, but generally it's the hearing where you're talking about what your day-to-day life is like and how you're limited, either physically, emotionally, or both, from your medical problems. So in terms of preparing for a hearing, I tell my clients, certainly don't write anything down. You don't need to do that. We talk through before the hearing what to expect in the hearing. I'll get to that in a little bit. But we also talk about being yourself, making sure to have an idea about uh, how bad issues are. For instance, how long can you stand in minutes generally before you need to sit down? Or how long can you be around other people? Or can you be around other people at all? What symptoms do you have? Also, I find myself asking clients in preparation for a hearing, if you have panic attacks, how often? It really helps to get a sense of that. If you don't think about it, it's good before a hearing to think about how often you have issues, seizures are another example, because how often a problem happens, like panic attacks or seizures or different issues like that, is relevant. If someone had one panic attack a year, that's much different than one panic attack a day, for example. So think about how frequently you have problems. MS flares would be another, or else your baseline issues with MS. Every medical issue or issues, they all have their different dynamics. But consider those sorts of things as you prepare for a hearing. You can and have a right to get an attorney for your hearing, even if it's scheduled and you don't have one. You can contact your hearing office and mention that you're trying to get an attorney. And if you are at a hearing and are unrepresented, you can postpone the hearing to be able to get a representative of your choice. That's your right. So don't despair. So that's what I would want to tell you about in terms of preparing for your hearing.